Okay, so Cordae dropped an album, which I have not officially heard all the way through, but he did do a remix of one of his other songs that he did, and it's featuring Eminem. I think in an interview he said something like that. He would like to do a song with Eminem, and he got one with the Eminem remix, which in this episode I'm really just going to talk about this remix because the remix flew right on my radar. So I'm gonna do the whole album later, but the the Eminem verse on his song called Parable, on his song that he released on his album that is remixed with Eminem. I'm gonna get right into it right after a word from our sponsor. But I do like that Eminem got on this. Like Eminem getting on this song will get it a little more attention because the original didn't get him so much attention. But he just they talk about certain situations, and this is gonna be a past kind of video where he talks about his past a little bit. Well, this is gonna be a song where they reminisce on the past, and we'll see how this goes in the song. But we'll see. We'll get into this right after a word from my sponsor. Okay, so as I said before, I've already done an episode on the song that Cordae has done where he just talks about. I can tell you about situations where he had to lose people's ranks and stuff like this, which reflects more of a J. Cole kind of song. But when you get into this Eminem side of this, which I think is entertaining to me because these topics are funny to me because of the people that he mentions. So, for example, he mentions three people, and these three people vary, right, on the way that he feels about them. And he talks about one of these beats that Eminem is famous for getting on the almost like on the amazing beats or making his raps so good that the beat really doesn't matter. Like Mockingbird, Stan, songs we kind of forget the beats but we know the words to. So, on the song that Cordae just says, let me tell you about situations that he's been through. Eminem gets on this song, and let me tell you, I was not expecting what I got. I was not. When he talks about a song is actually beats like Tekashi 69. Let me tell you something. This is crazy to me because of what he's trying to say. So either he's trying to say, and granted, I don't know what Eminem was thinking when he said these lines, but these lines hit home for a lot of different reasons. Either he's saying he gets if you haven't seen the Eminem movie, it's called 8 Miles. So, without going into too much detail about it, either he's saying that when he gets a beat, the turnaround time is quick and then he sets it off, or he's saying that he destroys the beat like he would destroy Tekashi 69 in rap wise, lyrical. I think if that's what he's saying, it's fun. But then he goes at Meek Mill. Now I don't know what this controversy is about. So I know Meek was on the news about an altercation with a woman. Don't know exactly the details about it, but he says still women like Meek Mill, right? And I say this because there's some rappers that use people's names because they rhyme, just simply because they rhyme, and not necessarily on the truth of the details proven. But Meek Mill was in a situation with a woman a while ago, even a couple years ago. I'm not really sure. So when he says that I spit on girls like Meek Mill, and I find it funny because for some weird reason, there are some people that do ironically weird things to people and don't necessarily realize that it's weird. I don't quite know where he's going with this line, but I guess he's saying because truth be told, it's crazy about his tour bus. I'm not sure what the problem is. They might be amazingly cool, and he was like, yeah, you can use it because Meek Mill and Tekashi don't get along. So maybe he did that because they don't get along. So he figured I can use them both against each other and use a line of peace. Honestly, it's a clever line to put in this, to to put them against each other. It's clever. I do like it. Metaphors, he talks about at one point 1 in 5 mics. Now I think he owns a studio, which I think is funny to me. But Eminem can box, so I believe he can box. Like I truly believe Eminem can fight. So I'm not really sure what he means by Tekashi line. As I'm saying, I don't know. Then he says Dr. Dre is always refilling, always refills them. And I think okay, so when I explain this, it makes a little bit of sense. So if you don't know, Dr. Dre and Eminem worked together, and he made Eminem what he is. So he will always give praise back to Dr. Dre for giving him the beats and giving him the time of day. And Dr. Dre does mention at some point that he was looking for a new artist and he found Eminem. So when he says he filled me up, I think every time we hear an Eminem beat and a Dr. Dre, well, Eminem and Dr. Dre, or Eminem on a Dr. Dre's beat, it never seems to go. It never seems to go bad. It always seems to sit there with the core rock fans. I like lyrical music. It always has that original old hip hop beat, which never gets old, and the lyrics are always on par. Now, we can debate on who's really saying bump Eminem, like who's really bumping Eminem, lasting down the road. I know a few people that do, so as I'm saying, this is going to be debated, but him saying that Dr. Dre beats are phenomenal. They are. I can't name a bad song off the Chronic. I can't name a bad song off the early Eminem and Dr. Dre. So, and what is this? Snoop's couple first albums. I can't remember a bad song off of that. But that's what I'm saying. Dr. Dre has made NWA famous. Has made Eminem famous. Eminem, Dre, NWA. Somebody I'm missing. There is somebody I'm missing. But he talks about that, and I think that's true. A lot of the songs that came out today were talking about how Dr. Dre has helped them phenomenally, and Dr. Dre has helped a lot of artists find their tone and their music style. So thanks to Dr. Dre for putting a lot of people on these mainstream artists and making them mainstream. He also talks about his pride, that at one point Eminem was shy, as you see in Stan, or in 8 Mile. He was a very shy kid. But now he says he's very proud of, I guess, what he accomplished, which I believe is great. He mentions Monk. Now, I don't know. Monk's an old detective. He says more murders than Monk, and I think that's weird, because Monk solved a lot of crime, which I think is phenomenal. But he also does relate to saying that he has made a few mistakes in his youth, which I don't think he's not really going to specify, but I think the stuff that he did in his youth might have got him to being this mainstream artist, and that's why I think him being proud about the thing where he is in now, I don't see a problem with that. I think that is honestly what he should have done. But overall, I think, so, I'm going to do my take on it. So, I think this Eminem remix is going to put this whole song, this remix, higher up than the original song, because Eminem does carry a large name and a large base, and I think this wouldn't disappoint. So, I do love that aspect of it. Like, that is not a problem. I think that's the best way to promote a song or promote an album. Put Eminem on it, because Eminem is going to gain you more stuff, information and other things about it. But I think we learn from Eminem doubly that we learn more about his personal experience that he doesn't really talk about on his albums, which I think in turn make this song better. And both of them going together. This song, to me, feels like a 7.2. It can always be better. But it's always fun when Cordae and Eminem join together on a song. So I do encourage more of these. But overall, this was a great song. If you want to listen to it, you can. It won't disappoint you.